What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And yesterday was a good day. Knicks, it took a little bit of help, a little bit of overtime, but Knicks got there minus a 6.5. Um, so that's good. Brings playoffs to 23-12. Um, so far in 2026, just basketball, I'm up 80.99 units. So things are rolling pretty well. And we'll see if we can keep it going here today. I do miss Mr. Rob Veno, and it's not going to be the usual kind of show. He will be back on Friday, so one more show after this one without him, and then we'll get back to regular scheduled programming. But we'll see if we can find some more money. We did find some money yesterday. We'll start with the Spurs and Thunder. This one opened up minus 6.5. I see 7 or 7.5, and the total went from 215. I'm seeing we'll call it 217 the consensus right now. My bad if you guys hear stuff in the background. I can't help it today where I'm at. Um, De'Aaron Fox is questionable. He was present at shoot around. We'll see if he can go this time. He didn't play in the last game. Man, what a game one. I mean, double overtime. Wemby, showing up huge in every single way you can imagine. Chet not really showing up. What's going to change in this game too? I think that for one, if you get De'Aaron Fox in this game, well, first of all, let's start with the side, and I'll just say that what's really going to change. I mean, I can see OKC making changes. First of all, they lost. They're going to be the team that makes the changes. I see some paths to creating better offense for them, and I think that the coach is smart enough to do it. I feel like I've seen him do it in previous years in the playoffs. Um, and I think he's going to change the starting lineup. I really do. And if he does that, if he just takes iHeart out the starting lineup, should create some more space and create some more opportunities for them. I don't think they'll be rusty as well. After playing a full game, I think you get a good start from this Thunder team after the start they had last game. And the Spurs, it'll be interesting to see how they, counter whatever the Thunder come at them with. So, with that kind of thought process, if I like the Thunder, I would take them. I mean, Spurs have been so good first quarter. Maybe I'd take the Thunder first half. Um, try to include more minutes when Wemby comes out as well. But other than that, like the full game scares me just because I know the Spurs have. I mean, they played them 6 times and Spurs have beaten them 5 times. I mean, there's clearly a matchup problem for them. The full game does definitely scare me. As far as the total, I would agree with the market. I do agree with the market. Um, you know, De'Aaron Fox, I think he'll play, which will increase the pace and increase the scoring on the Spurs side. And for the Thunder, the change I'm talking about. I mean, if you take iHeart out, put another shooter in there or something, it's going to be shooters all over the floor. Wemby, I mean, we know how much space Wemby takes up, but you could force him to come out and have to guard. You know, force him to have to come out and guard, and that's going to change everything entirely for the Thunder's offense. And then in general, I just feel like neither one of these teams wants to play versus the other's half court defense. They're going to run. The Spurs have proven no matter who they play, make or miss, they will run. And the Thunder, I mean, you saw how game one went. They don't want to go down there and have to face half court Wemby all game. They're going to get out and run as well. So I think the total is going in the right direction. And I told you guys how I'd play the side. WNBA, let me move on over in the odd screen. Bear with me. I think we have Fire and Fever first up. This one opened up minus 13.5, seeing 13 or 12.5, depending where you shop. Total came down a little bit from 180.5 to 179.5. As far as injuries, Carla and Kamaya are both game time decision. Same too. I mean, out for Portland. I think they're going to be out for a while. Indiana doesn't have anybody on the injury report. Indiana is coming off of a double-digit victory versus the Storm. They didn't cover, but they got the W. Um, Fever now 1-3 ATS so far this season. I still feel like they're overvalued. I mean, they haven't been playing good basketball, regardless of that last win that they had. They were able to score versus a beat up Seattle team missing two bigs. You know what I'm saying? The paint was wide open. We still haven't seen a good shooting performance from them, really. Um, just haven't seen good basketball. To turn the ball over too much, it's not warranted for them to be laying 13 points right now, the way that they're playing. That's how I feel. So I think the Fire are the right side in this game. Wings and Sky. This one opened at -1.5 for Dallas. Now 3. Total came down a little bit from 170.5 to 169.5. Nobody on the injury report for the Wings. No Dejanay, Azare, or Courtney Vandersloot for Chicago. Man, sucks that Rakia went down. A huge blow for the Chicago Sky team, and it makes me worry about their depth. It really does. Um, they really could use, Dejanay coming back, Azare coming back. They really, really could use it. Um, this is their first home game so far this season, and I think that they match up well as far as the starting lineup versus the Dallas starting lineup. I'd like to think that they can get out to an early start while they're on the floor before the depth starts to kick in and they get tired or whatever the case may be. I would think Sky first quarter is the way to look here, but the Wings are the deeper team. It's just I don't think you should be laying with them really versus anybody, especially on the road, except the next two teams we're going to talk about. So Sky first quarter would probably be a recommendation for me there. Sun and Storm the stinker of the night. Open -3.5 for Seattle, down to 1.5. Total went from 166.5 as high as 168. I'm seeing out there right now. Layla's still not making an appearance for Connecticut. Nelson Adota out as well for Seattle. Izzy, Malonga, both out again. Those are the two bigs that I was just talking about. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. Should be free reign on the inside for Connecticut. It's just Connecticut's offense. They really need their point guard, really. Neither one of these teams is good defensively. The only way for me to bet this game would be over just because of how poor both defenses are and the lack of rim protection for Seattle. So, Sun and Storm, I would agree with the market, pushing this one slightly to the over. I think that's the right direction. All right, let me take a look at some of these comments before we get to best bets and get out of here. Should have went to the comments throughout the show. My bad. Just a little bit thrown off today, I guess. What up, Joe? He's like an SGA PRA. Thinks he'll bounce back after a tough game. What up, Prolific? I miss Veno as well. George. Weezy says NBA is so rigged, but I'm winning with you, Skee. We got to get it done. Let's get it done. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Let's see anything else. Prolific says Wemby mentioned his return at the end of the game. The interview talking about Fox. Okay, I like to hear that. Brian liking Spurs first half and full game. Ghost wins. Sports likes the Sky. A lot of different opinions in here. What is this? Last A Vegas. I'm not sure. 702. He says the under and the points in this NBA game. Boston's supposed to be coming back for the Fever. Yes, I see Boston in there. Yeah, big loss. KC with Rakia gone. Absolutely big loss. He says Morrow should get busy. I can agree with that. All right. Prolific says 1-800 gambler game. Sun and Storm. Dropping dimes, sliding through. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys in the chat. The tone reminds everybody to smash the like. Definitely helps the show out. Let's do a little bit of promo before we get to best bets. I don't even have one of them up, but we do still have this one. I mean, this is the best one, right? You can get the plays while Vino's not here. Double the NBA Court Vision 3 days for $59. Get both Rob and my NBA plays for the next 3 days. It's a great way to get involved. And I know we have a promo where it's $100 off a 30-day pass, and you get an extra 10 days. So it does come out to under $5 per day. I think that's also a good way to get involved. I mean, I already told you at the top of the show how I've been doing, and Vino's been doing good work too. So those I will shout out, and we'll move it on over to best bets. If I can find the banner. There we go, best bets. And for me, What do you guys want? WNBA, NBA. I like them both the same. What do you guys like? Comment section. I like them both equally. I can only share one. Can't share both. But let's see what you guys like. What do you guys want? Let me know in the chat. WNBA or NBA? Where do we want for the best bet tonight? Prolific is first up. Prolific says WNBA. So WNBA. Jacob says NBA. Oh, all right. Tiebreaker. Who's gonna come with the tiebreaker? Joseph, we're just glad you finally given one. Give it up, Skee. Dropping Dime says W. All right, there we go. Best bet for the show. I did get 13 and a half. You can still get 13. I think 13, 12 and a half. I think it's all good. You get 13 and a half actually over at FanDuel. Looks like they're offering it. But I'm taking the Portland Fire. Like I said earlier, I don't agree that the Fever should be laying this many points. Like I said, they haven't been playing good basketball. They just had 20 plus turnovers in their last game. They haven't had a good 3-point shooting game. They've all been in the slump. They just happen to play an opponent with no rim protection. So I can't see the Fever. It's no way that they should be laying this 13 points, just in my mind. So my best bet for the show will be Portland Fire plus 13 and a half. And yeah, that's how we're gonna rock for today. So one more show without Mr. Veno. I do miss having him on this show. Definitely helps what I do. I'm sure everybody else misses him as well. We'll have him back on Friday. So if you guys want to come back tomorrow, you will see myself. We'll do it just like we did today. Best of luck on all your action tonight, and I will catch you guys then.